Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie, and today I thought I would bring you to check out one of my favorite yard sales or flea markets. Or it's actually a trunk sale, you know, it's one of those places that you can see where there's a lot of cars. Now these are parked cars, but over here there's a bunch of other cars where people are selling stuff from the trunk of their cars. Hence the term trunk sale. And I think this is, according to the website, which, you know, it's just nothing major. I know that they have tagged themselves as Sweden's biggest trunk sale, and I gotta say it is pretty big. And now in the summertime, this is open every weekend between 12 to 4 in the afternoon, and we'll just do a pan here and sort of see what it looks like. So all these are cars where people are selling stuff, and over there is like even more. So I don't know, I reckon it could be like possibly like 3 or 4 football fields, I don't know. But anyway, I thought I would just bring you here and walk around a bit and see if I find anything today. The thing I love about these places is that you can find anything, and it's like, plus there's new sellers every day, like every weekend. I mean, some of them come back to sell every weekend, but there's always new stuff, and you know, I tend to always, you know, walk away with something. I mean, a lot of the stuff I look for is like vintage VHS tapes. I bought my VCR here like a couple of weeks back. You know, you never know what you're gonna find. Well, this is awkward, but then again, this is what happens when you live in a country like Sweden, where rain can strike at any time. Right, so I decided to take refuge in my car because, well, the rain just keeps pouring down. People are starting to leave now. Surprisingly enough, I did actually pick something up in the middle of the rain. Now, I tried to check online to try and figure out if this thing which I'm looking at is like an official product, if it's the right one, or if it's some kind of bootleg. I'm having a real, you know, problem trying to see if it is what I think it is, but I actually found a Matrix toy, and now I've never seen this one in the flesh before, but I have, you know, I checked online and looked at some pictures, and It's not exactly 100% complete because I noticed that it is missing. There's supposed to be like a spire kind of thing, weapon stuff there. Now obviously the figures are loose and I will have to try and mount those later. But he basically goes on like this or something, I think. I mean, this is all plastic, so it doesn't really matter that it's rained on. I think that it might be missing some kind of plastic stick here. I mean, this might just as well be like a Chinese bootleg toy. I have no idea, to be honest. But checking pictures, it does look pretty much like the one I've seen, which I can't remember if it's from Sideshow or whatever. But I only paid, how much did I pay for it? I think I paid $5. And I mean, most of the Matrix toys I've seen retail for a lot more, basically, because, well, it's Matrix toys and they were never really big here in Sweden. Don't know if they were actually sold. I did notice that it's also missing a sword, supposed to hang on the wall right here. Wondering if this is... It says, I see right, the copyright thingy here on the back somewhere. There we go. So yeah, it actually says McFarlane Toys, made in China, so that is pretty cool. I'm guessing this is the actual one, which I think it is. However, it is pretty wet, so it's getting wet in the car here. I'm gonna try to soak this up with paper. Didn't expect to find the Matrix toy ever, because like I said, they hardly even exist in Sweden. The woman who sold it wanted the $5 for it, and she told me that she was selling it for, on behalf of her daughter, who bought these. Yeah, maybe the daughter is a, collector of some kind, I don't know, or maybe it's just one of those old things. But pretty cool for $5. Now I'm gonna try to go back in the rain and see if I find something else. Looks like it's raining a little less, so maybe it'll just blow over and people will stay for a while, but yeah. See you in a little bit. I'm back home now. Didn't actually get anything else apart from the old Matrix Deluxe series statue thingy. But now I've gotten home and I've been able to put it together the way it's supposed to be, I think. So I'll just show you what it actually looks like. So here we go. This is the McFarlane Toys thing. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I think it's the Series 1 or whatever. Now, the thing is that this particular figure or display, it actually has like multiple stages, or you can basically, it's like a break apart action kind of thing. So you're actually supposed to be able to display it in different ways. And I bought this the way it was, and I know that there's a sword missing, like I mentioned. Should be a sword just like this hanging above it. And I'm also missing the spire thing, another weapon which is supposed to be up here. But apart from that, like all the... I mean, as you can tell, I can display it properly. But the thing that kind of bugs me is that originally there's supposed to be... I'm guessing it has different... like, you see these plastic little inserts here, which are basically used to... keep the body of the statue together. I think you get different lengths, so you can choose to have the statue either in its like original state or in this sort of mid-explosion kind of thing where it's breaking apart. And yeah, the break apart stage is the version I got, because that's the way it was mounted by the person who owned it. And yeah, that's just the way it is. I can't really change it because I don't have the plastic pieces which are are supposed to be inserted when you want the statue to be unbroken. So that's kind of sad, because I think that this sort of break apart version just, I don't know, just looks really odd in a way. You know, it's got these really long plastic pieces, like the head is flying off here, and you know, there's like a big, you know, space. I would have preferred it in the original mounted together, you know, stage. But even so, it's a really cool. I mean, $5. It's just, you know, I can use it as a fucking coat hanger at that price. It's not really a big deal, but yeah. I'd never seen this toy in the flesh before, and gotta say, it's actually pretty cool. A lot better looking than I thought it would be. You know, there's some small parts that sort of turn. I mean, you can basically, you know, turn Neo's arm and stuff like that, but trying not to do that, because it's like he is suspended on this metal thing, like a metal rod in his back here. Goes down to there, so you can basically, you know, you can twist it a little bit and sort of make him, you know, in a slightly different position. But I guess that's it. I mean, I think I've managed to assemble all this the way it's supposed to be, which was a little bit difficult to do, seeing as I don't have any instructions or pictures to go from. The one thing I just couldn't get to work is the cape of the statue. I have no idea how that is supposed to fit, because maybe it's supposed to be like this, like the broken apart stage should have the you know, should have the cape like this. I don't know, but obviously when the statue is not broken, which I can show you, you know, if I take this plastic thingy out, setting that down right there, obviously then you would have the body just straight on there, and then the cape would fit into the rest of the cape using these little hole things there. But I have no idea how the cape is supposed to, you know, in what position it's supposed to be in when the statue is broken, because then it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really fit in anywhere, so it just looks kind of loose and odd. But that's just, you know, I don't know how that's supposed to be, and not really a big deal, but that's one of the things which I just couldn't get to work, but maybe that's just the way it's supposed to be. And I mean, all of these plastic pieces, they only go in one way, so I mean, it's supposed to be like this. You can't turn it the other way around, because it's molded to fit only, you know, in one direction. So yeah, I'm guessing the cape is supposed to be like this or something. Oh fuck it, the cape is really in the way, and just taking that away, or maybe he just fell like that, I don't know. I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, if you have any, you know, if you own this, I would be curious to know if there's anything else that I missed about it, something that's supposed to be here that isn't. One thing which I noticed, which made me really curious, and I haven't really found an answer to it, if you look at this background here, all of these sort of squares are, you know, they're just molded and painted this way, but the one in the middle here, if you look in the back, notice that this is actually a separate piece. And I was just really curious about this. Does anyone have an answer to why this piece is separate? Is it supposed to, you know, come out and break apart? Is that like some part of the, you know, action part in the toy? I don't know. Or maybe it's just something that was, you know, removed for when it was in the box and it had to be mounted and secured. I don't know. I just found it a little bit odd, so if anybody has an answer to that, I would love to know. Yeah, but that's it. Thank you very much for watching this little flea market's crazy rainy day thing. And yeah, I really hope to see you all next time.